Tiara, the final Group 1 of the season. Race favourite Anna Visto is a 1400 metre specialist.
But Anna Visto still going well.
She's 4 wins from 9 tries at the distance.
Anna Visto car puts the whip away. It bolted in.
Winner of 3 of her last 4 starts, can Snap Dancer claim back-to-back Group 1s after her sensational Sangster Stakes?
And Snap Dancer takes out the Sangster.
Kiku is also in winning form. She's a last start Eagle Farm winner of the Magic Millions National Classic.
Kiku's one from none to the tissue.
Shout the Bar likes to win at big odds. Can she give Gay Group 1 number 151?
Shout the Bar, 100 metres to go. Has got it won.
Or is today the day Brooklyn Hustle finally gets the chocolates? Her win in last year's Dane Ripper was a ripper indeed.
Big finish here, Brooklyn Hustle.
The season's final Group 1 is coming up. And what a field it is for our final Group 1 of the year. There's Brooklyn Hustle. She is exhilarating when she gets going, but yet to get that Group 1, and we're hoping that she can do it today for not only herself, but also Steph Thornton.
Yeah, absolutely. She's become very popular because of her racing style. She gets back and runs on, and she always has a flashing light on her, and that's why people get so frustrated. But she's been super for her connections, and it would be very fitting if she was able to get a Group 1 victory. And she is so, so beautiful, Emma, with that blonde mane.
I know, and here's Anna Visto with those red earmuffs on, just chilling out, calming down before the parade for the Tatt's Tiara. We spoke to Jobe Watson and some of the other owners a little bit earlier, Tom Bell Chambers and also Cale Hooker, who played for Essendon, and they are feeling a little bit nervous about her chances today.
They are very nervous. They said this is more nerve-wracking because it's out of their hands. They can't do anything about it. So when they're in game mode, they can do something about it, but they can't do anything about this. It's in the lap of the gods.
Well, stick with us.
Broken Arrows also hit the line strongly.
Well, wasn't that a strong performance last year? Tafane, wasn't she a brilliant mare, recently sold and retired from racing, but a winner of the Tatt's Tiara? And that is our Group 1 for the day. We are counting down to it at Eagle Farm, and such an exciting field ahead. Let's get to it. Mounting yard time at Eagle Farm for our Group 1 feature, the Tatt's Tiara over the 1400 metres. And here is Snap Dancer.
Yes, the last start, Group 1 winner of the Sangster Stakes. She did a brilliant job beating Away Game. Of course, this is a natural progression for her. Well, not progression, it's just a natural start for her to race here today. She looks a picture of how she's got plenty of early speed, and she needs to get her own way in front. Of course, Shout the Bar, she was recently sold at the English Chairman's Sale. She's one that likes to get up on speed and make her own luck. She's running first up here today.
Yeah, a Group 2 winner in the autumn and won a number of Group 1s as well for the Waterhouse Bot team. She's had that little bit of a freshen up as well, which would have done the world of good heading into this. Anna Visto, as we've spoken about today, the 1400 metres is right in her wheelhouse. 4 wins from the 9 tries at the 7 furlongs. And again, she has been freshened for today, and she's looking for her first Group 1.
She is looking for her first Group 1, and she's this is a perfect race for her. She's been well placed, as we've mentioned throughout the coverage. Away Game, well, she's been an absolute marvel throughout her career, racing as a 2-year-old in the Magic Millions, and now as a 4-year-old mare, she's racing in a Group 1 Tatt's Tiara. And she's probably not at the peak of her powers, but she's still as racing consistently. This is Kiku. She looks an absolute picture looking at her walking around the yard there. She's a last start winner at Eagle Farm. She won over the mile. She beat Nudge. Here she is, Brooklyn Hustle. She's my top pick. I've never tipped her before, so I feel like I'm allowed to have one tip.
Well, she's just a great horse to watch, and that blonde mane is so eye-catching, and her racing pattern as well is fascinating. A tissue is the 10 for Chris Waller, who is having a day out, and then the 11, Charmy Baby.
Yeah, she's done a great job, Charmy Baby. She won the Wilson last start. This is Star Tontes, another one of the local hopes. Jason Collett and Rob Heathcote combined. She looks in terrific order today, and she's certainly turned out in her best possible condition. She should run very, very well.
Ben, you're up at Eagle Farm, and I'm sure you can feel the atmosphere. Give us a market update for our Group 1, the Tatt's Tiara.
Well, as Brooklyn Hustle is the second best backed runner in the race, alongside Star Tontes at $12, and then Kiku and Co. But this is a race with just so much depth. As you can see, $5.50 the field, and you've got a stack of them under 20 to 1. But there's Pan, who's a chance as well at $26, a horse we've touched on earlier on in the coverage. So a pretty deep race here. The Tattersalls Tatt's Tiara coming up.
Yeah, pretty deep, but also full of quality as well as they start to load here at Eagle Farm, the last day of their carnival. It's been a terrific one. It was great to get up there for a couple of days and really enjoy the festivities and the wonderful racing on offer. So there's the tenor Tissue. She's looking a little bit warm, I would suggest.
Yeah, she's had a few barrier manners that have not been very good in the past. Of course, she's stayed in the gates a couple of times, so her getting a bit warm behind the gates is probably not something that the connections would like to see. A lot of these mares and fillies, this is the last run they're going to have in their career. A lot of them will be going to stud, and it's become a very important race for the breeding barn, especially when they're having their last ever starts in Group 1s. And a lot of horses are purchased prior to this day and then raced in their connections colours, which is exactly what Away Game is doing today. But hopefully a few of them can go out, one of them can go out certainly a winner. I'm with Brooklyn Hustle, Dave Gately's with Star Tontes. I wonder who Ben Way's with.
Well, I'll go with Gator, Star Tontes, but I will say there's money for both of your runners. Brooklyn Hustle's well backed as well, and just a late push. I shouted it down the line, but a minute later a Tissue got hammered. So $26 was the open, $14 into $9 late for Chris Waller's runner.
Isn't that interesting? We know that she can get a little bit jumpy when loading into the gates and didn't look too comfortable out the back there, but obviously showing punters that she has the ability and she could be on song today. Anna Visto, we've spoken about her and her ownership group and how she's looking for that Group 1 to add to her growing CV. There are a couple more who will continue to race on, but yes, as you mentioned, Shout the Bar and Away Game sold recently for huge money at those broodmare sales, and new owners want to get that Group 1 tick before they can head off and go to the breeding barn.
That's exactly right, and yeah, as you mentioned, they were sold for huge money. Investment in mares at the moment is really in high demand, and it'll be nice to see if they can go out winners, but hopefully there's a good story after this race. I've got a good feeling about it.
Well, this is exciting. It's our final Group 1 of the season. It's the Sky Racing Tatt's Tiara over the 1,400 metres. For the fillies and the mares, Group 1 action worth $700,000. Let's head straight to Eagle Farm with our caller, David Fowler.
Charm Me Baby. Laurie Mayfield-Smith training Charm Me Baby. What a thrill it would be for the stable if they could collect this Group 1. Under Laurie's care, she's been fantastic, whether it be summer or now winter. Yamazaki proving a bit difficult to load, but that's not unusual. She lashes out the back. We would might have just clipped one of the barrier boys. Just has to take his seat. And Yamazaki in a bit of a mood. Comes up to the barrier, backs away at the last moment. So still 4 runners out of line, 4 to move in. Anna Visto running the favourite at $5.50. Step Dancer out to 7. Nudge and a Tissue now share the third line at $9, and both Nudge and a Tissue have been firmers. But still Yamazaki won't play the game. These are the majority of the fillies and mares are in. Now Yamazaki goes in and they swiftly snap the gate shut behind her. 3 out. Not far off dispatch time. Nudge comes up. 14 down to 9. Charm Me Baby about to come in. And Snap Dancer, who'll run from the outside gate. Ethan Brown about to bring up Snap Dancer. Starters now at the ladder. He's turned on the light as Snap Dancer goes up. And now the starter has control. Set for the Sky Racing Tattersall's Tiara. Group 1. We're ready. Gates open. They're racing. Shout the Bar anticipated the start. Well, so too did Vangelic and Snap Dancer sailing across from out wide. Kiko and Player Pad nice and handy early, and Wonderbar settling down about 6. Then Enchanted Heart, followed by a Tissue midfield with Away Game. Then Written Beauty. Charm Me Baby was deep. Then came Bring the Ransom, Yamazaki, a long way back Nudge, Start Tonnes, and Brooklyn Hustle there, the tail end pair. Into the first bend now, 900 left to run, and there's Anna Visto, spotting her now, sailing through on the inside to lead Snap Dancer. They're 1-2. Palaya Pan getting a perfect run, stalks the leading pair, 2 away third. 3 away then Kicker with the centre. 3 wide Charm Me Baby, the rail Vangelic. Away Game, nicely coiled up. 3 wide but with cover. Wonderbar splitting runner, Shout the Bar the rail. Then Written Beauty, followed by a Tissue. bring the ransom. Yamazaki a long way back coming to the turn was Enchanted Heart. Nudges second last or third last. Star Tonne second last. And Brooklyn Hustle, Stone Motherless last. The Tiara field heads for home. Short of 400 left to run. Anavisto quickly beaten. Snap Dancer went to the lead from Palayapan. Running on strongly Kiku. Charming Baby boxing away. Then Wanderbar an away game. Snap Dancer in the centre of the track, the leader from Palayapan. Here's Star Tonnes. I notice her running on strongly. Palayapan the inside Snap Dancer. And Star Tonnes driving through the centre. Is it hers? Yes, it is! Star Tonnes won the Tiara. Beat home Snap Dancer and Palayapan. Fourth not certain. A Tissue is there. Charming Baby not far away with Shout the Bar away game. Then Rhythm Beauty and March, followed by, at the head of the others, Vangelic. Anavisto dropped off. Then Yamazaki, Brooklyn Hustle. Kiku a long way back with Enchanted Heart. And Bring the Ransom last home. No bad luck today. It's a Queensland victory.
It sure is for Rob Heathcote from Eagle Farm and Jason Collett on board his 5th Group 1 as a jockey. Well, she ran so well in the Stradbroke, we should have known. And then to come here for the Tatt's Tiara today, a wonderful performance and primed to the minute.
Absolutely, and a Queensland victory as well, which is oh so satisfying. She's been brilliant throughout her career. She ran in a flight stakes as well. She's just one of those fillies that has always showed plenty. She's a little pocket rocket. She doesn't sort of look very big and doesn't, isn't a massive horse, but she's just got a huge heart, and that was a beautiful ride from Jason Collett. He's so good on these back markers. You heard from David Fowler that there was no hard luck story today, and that's because of his patience. He waited until the last 100 metres and was able to weave a passage and around tired horses, and a great performance. Really pleased to see Jason. She's back on the fence. She's back last. You see where she is now. She's just being able to angle through the field, and as the horses get tired, he is able to put her out in clear running, and she was too strong in the end.
And his last ride on her was in the Group 1 surround where she ran second, so he jumps back on board and gets the Group 1 glory for her today. Nick Ashman from Sportsbet. Let's get a market update for Caulfield.
Well, Emma, if you had told me that Cardinal Gem might be start favourite for this race a couple of days ago, I would have laughed at you, but that's the case here. Such is the support for Aaron Bay. Cardinal Gem's been pretty firm as we take a look at a market here, courtesy of Sportsbet. You can see two